Hello, 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 and welcome back to the continuing adventures of Lainkk. Where last we left off, 2 episodes ago, we had actually had an extremely challenging encounter against a weird scarecrow, and then a comparatively straightforward encounter waltzing through Green Castle. We now are ready to take on, after blue, white, and green, I think red and black. And I think I only have warp whistles to red and none to black, so we'll do red today. Before we go any further, let's spend some money. We'll utilize the warp to Red Castle, please. Or not Castle, sorry, Red Town. Red is very likely going to require me to build a new deck or make some mods, because depending on what ability they have passively, and how punishing the spells leveled against me are, they very well might be too much for me to handle. Ooh, you know what? If I just buy this as part of my ongoing quest to collect world magics, that'll spend all my money. So yeah, okay. So we don't know for sure that we're gonna need to build a new deck, but it would not surprise me if their ability to kill my mana base by using red spells and kill all my elves at once is prohibitive, and I need to come up with a new strategy. I do still have Blightsteel Colossus, 3 or 4 planeswalkers, including that 9-cost high-end one that can pay for as low as 5 or whatever. 7 cost for as low as 5. So I have options that win me the game in theory. So I could still win, but it'll really depend on what A, the world magic effect of red is in the castle, and B, what kind of decks I'm actually up against. I'm assuming that it's a dragon. I don't remember for sure, but I think it's a dragon, not Chandra. Lathless. Yep, Lathless is the name of the dragon. Okay. Let's do what we've always done. 5 fights. Let's take a peek at what they are. A horrifying minotaur. Let's start with this guy. He looks fiery. A fire giant. Yes. I hope I have the right deck pulled up. Yeah, I do. Lathless's presence does what? Okay, so we're up against fire-breathing creatures that can all, not trample, but trample creature or planeswalker our opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage, so not trample, specifically non-trample. So if he fireballs me for 20, he can kill a creature and me. If it's 5 damage against all creatures, I will take 20 damage and die. So yeah, this could prove very prohibitive. Let's find out what we're up against. We might drop a match here, that's okay. I'm not going for a perfect win-loss record or some otherwise impossible to accomplish shenanigans. I might actually want to get rid of the skeletal snake in this place. I doubt very much that such a fragile creature is going to have a lot of benefit to keeping around. And by now you're all familiar with my Kyrian Ranger ploy. Replay the land, tap mana. Oof, both of these are really tempting, but I think we'll do this, so that I can then do this, so that I can do this, this, and now, even if I get board wiped, 4/4 is going to be hard to actually kill. We'll do this because being the Monarch will give me a card at the end of turn. Okay, that's actually super playable. We'll go Beast Whisperer, untap, Beast Whisperer, double Beasts, Priest. What's our next means of untapping? Was it Kyrian? Yeah. By the way, this is like turn 3, so my deck definitely works really, really well. Turn 4, the Giant plays that. Turn 4, this. And just wipe them out. GG. No re. Well, in that fight at least, the 2-1 attacker did pay off. Ooh, that guy looks regal. I've definitely beaten Goblin Kings before, so that's cool. Pyromancer. Okay, this is probably my worst case fight, so find out. Well, no mana is the worst case start. 1, 2, 3. This is very playable. Of these cards, this is probably the least beneficial. I have 2 high-end cards I would love to play. 1, 2, 3. For the inevitable, I kill all your creatures spell that I expect this guy to have. I don't know that this is super valuable, but we'll put it into play and see what happens. Shock. Yep, so 1 damage to me because of Lathless's presence. That's the kind of thing we expect of him. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana capacity tops with no means of expanding it. 5. I can technically play Nissa next turn, but it will come in with very, very low total HP. And he's got first strikers, so I'll put this guy out there because it's big enough to block some things. This is a better choice. Yes. He's also working off a very limited mana base, so hopefully that'll play to manage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we play this yet? We're 1 short. Do we have a trick that will let me get there? Yes, the Kyrian Ranger play might actually get me there. And if not, then the Llanowar gets me there for sure next turn. Does the Stampede win the game here? Possibly. He's got very low HP. I think we pass turn here. This is the winning turn. We have to figure out how. If we Stampede for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will bring the cost of this down to 5. Are we even close to being able to afford this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Close, but no cigar. This is the same problem. Somehow I thought the overwhelming Stampede would be more overwhelming, but it's not. I also thought this would become much cheaper. This may have been a misplay. Well, we'll swing. It'll probably kill half his board anyway. Good. With half his board dead, this game becomes much more winnable. For however much I can have cast this, I will. Oh, actually, did we lose? Yeah, we lost the Mana Dork. Untap him. And now we play this for full value. Oh god, you have to complete the manas first. Okay, do that and then do the rest. GG. The big kill turn was still worth something. Lightning Bolt for 1 mana is a very nice spell. Shock is a nice spell. If I make a classic burn deck one day, that'll be the kind of stuff to use. Goblin King, sure, why not? Second win is still a second win. Looks like we're 1-1 against the Gobby. Forest with Taunting Elf or a Wood Elf. This is fine. Wood Elf turn 1 is actually really good. Wrong turn order. Should have done this guy first. We're really happy to trade because his tribals are very good. He has to attack back, so this is going to really hurt him. They might actually just be dead here. GG. Taunting Elf really came through. Goblin gets a buff, 22 bonus shards. I remember when getting just a few shards was a big deal. I remember when I had to pay cash to get shards. Now I got 768 of them. It's quite strange. Whoa, that's a barbarian. I've never beaten a barbarian. Oh, this is going to be fun. Forest into hold mana for 1 turn. Second forest into Mirkwood or Canopy. Or a number of other possible plays. Hold. Or do we play... No, we can't play anything. Alright, now we play something. And it's definitely going to be this guy, because it gets my mana capacity up to 7. And 4 damage is a lot harder. Well then. Play a Planeswalker, I think, here. Kind of try to create some new targets, basically. So he's down to 2 cards total. How do we win this? Let's drop Azuri and keep 1 mana available with which to regenerate elves. That sucks. One, two, three, four, five, six. So technically we can do this, 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 get this bad boy out, while still keeping the regenerate play on the table. And now I don't need the regenerate play, I've gone off. Now I'm basically going to throw down the gauntlet and say you come at me or I win, while still leveraging my superior board position. Thin the deck. Drop the Mirkwood Chandler, why not? If you don't come at me, I will come at you. .41 points of overkill. Yep, my deck has definitely grown. Honestly, that's one of the most fun things about this RPG mode is being able to keep adding cards to your deck and watching it grow bigger and bigger. I don't think I need to take on the Minotaur. I think I've already done 5, or 4, but I don't remember, so I'll just take him on anyway. I'll try not to take too long on it. Drop a mana, drop a Heritage Druid, why not? And build for next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're short the mana to play. Oh, we can play Ilfheim. That's fine. Pretty low cost for him. No. First do Heritage Druid, then untap Elfheim. And now, I hope I remember to tap that for mana first, but it looks like I didn't. So, bah. We'll do this. And save the mana for later. Should have dropped the champion. I'm just screwing up left, right, and center. I'm willing to trade Elfheim if I don't have enough pluses, but I think I have enough. What does this thing do? As long as it's your turn? Well, that's not a factor now, is it? Unblockable or forest walk +1/+1, it's all good. It's all chicky baby. And this guy, the threat that I will dictate the terms on which we kill things, comes in next turn. Don't need the champion, don't want to play him, don't want to rush with him. Alright, and now we attack with Elfheim, who has gotten even bigger since we last spoke. GG. Alright, that should definitely be enough. Let's go take on the red castle owner. And I will freely admit, this is much like the green castle been very straightforward thus far. But honestly, I felt that way about, I think, was it white or blue? And then the boss was the challenge, so. Oh yeah, and just in case some glitch crashes, let's make sure we secure a save point. Lathlis, you are mine. Fireball face 0000, any man's game. Let's go! He starts with the Mox Ruby, that's not too bad. I start with a very good board. We keep this. We have the potential for mana growth, we have the potential for untapping, we have the potential for creatures just snowballing in size. Cheap dragons, cool. I didn't think about this part, where I wouldn't draw a land and have to wait an extra turn, but okay. Happens. Get more dragons, got it, so he's got a dragon thing going. I only have 3 mana capacity, that's so bad. The ability to untap isn't good enough here. It's not even a permanent, I think it's a creature, right? Oh, it's a permanent, so that's equivalent to 1 more mana, that's okay. Do we use it already? I don't have anything to untap yet. Unless I draw a land next turn, I think this game is pretty much well and truly lost. He just got landless. We draw land. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Untap the land. 4. Canopy Tactician takes me to 7. Honestly, that's good enough. This is now strong enough to attack with. So let's start getting him down from 60. 4 damage. No way to boost its health, so it's dead. Blightsteel. That's our win con right there. We don't have to get him to 0. It can't be killed by his fire breaths. It doesn't trample, but doesn't have to if it forces him to block me. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. T-Vark Hell as a bridge to no, Tactician first. If it sticks to the board, we've already made our money's worth. If it doesn't, then it hardly matters. Keep a blocker? No, continue to poke. There's no guarantee that we're getting the T-Vark Hell play. No. Okay, that might be game. He's already got the dragons in play. Sarkhan's up. becomes a dragon with flying, indestructible, and haste. Jesus, yes, we're not gonna succeed there. We can't swing into him with this board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop 1 Cal. Untap. 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're at 6 total. Kill. Go to 9. Drop it. Eight. That's the best it's gonna get this turn. Can't get better than that. I can force his dragons to block me, but that's not the same. Honestly, I know it's going to sound trite, but if I had drawn even slightly better for getting my lands, this whole game is completely different. So I lose 1 T-Var, that's 3 mana loss. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof, 11. Tap Ilfheim for 12. We got the Bloodsteel to stick the board, so that's something. But we're dead on the board. He just has to attack my face for 11 and I'm dead. But maybe he doesn't notice that possibility. Maybe I target Sarkhan and he blocks. And when he does, he kills it. But I kill 1 or 2 of his dragons. Who am I kidding? I killed a dragon token. That's not enough. It might be. This has trample. It's alright. I'll do this. He's just token blocking. That's something. Yep, that's game. I can't block any of the flyers. I can block the non-flyers. But everything else is a flyer, so... Oh, and he's got pumping, so yeah, it's game. If I have fog, I win that game next turn. Okay. This is super keepable. To be fair, I did keep a hand that had more mana, and he did kill it. So it's not like I just kept a bad hand. I'm giving him more credit, not less. That's frustrating. 50-50 odds of doing more damage to me. What is the play here? Taunting Elf? Sure. Or Allosaurus. It doesn't matter, they're both dead men anyway. At 1, 2, 3 mana to get this out. Let's just play a board, man. He hasn't shown board wipes, so I'm not too worried about my board being wiped just yet. But it can block easily, so yeah. That's going to be hard to block. Oh, it's a tie. Oh god, so painful. I really needed that not to be dead right now, and I'm dead in the water without it. You know how I was worried that a mana base susceptible to being shot might be a problem in this matchup? Yeah, that. Well, I guess we attack Sarkhan with everything I've got, and he kills one of them and the others get through. First time I'm taking damage from that, but I'm already down to 9 life. Marwyn starts off small, gets bigger. Let's start with something that starts off big and doesn't get bigger. Keep the taunting elf. Don't. Yeah, this is... It's hard to see a possible world in which I don't just lose outright here. At least I'm gaining some HP now, there's that. Pass. He kills my mana, he gets the high roll, and he's got the flyers. Why do you think you can do better? GG. Oh god, that was scary. Okay, Lathless has my number with this deck, so let me think if there's a better way to play. Do I bust out the counter deck? It's not as dependent on creatures as a mana base. It doesn't have a clear win condition. Doubling Season doesn't help him, so it's okay to use. But he's pretty Planeswalker and shoot you in the face heavy. I'll try it. I mean, I don't think it's the right solution, but I'll try it. It doesn't have flyers, it doesn't have a means of going faster. I don't have a forest in this opening hand, but if I get one, I'll be really happy. So we'll risk everything. Oh wait, I mow the play, that's even worse. Well, we got the forest fast enough, so that's okay. Lucked out. We can tap for mana, so we'll tap you for mana. And we'll tap you for mana. But we will not... Oh, can't. Okay, we'll tap you for mana. But we will not use the Kyrian Ranger trick, because I can't replay this land because I didn't have it last turn. Alright, we're already ready to go off in theory, as long as we just get one lucky turn. So, do we catch a massive Hooded Hydra? Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish. Yeah, we go everything we can into one big creature. What are we at? 7? 8? We've got a 6/6 in play, which if he doesn't have a big enough kill spell... What? Oh, that's game. Jesus, that's just not fair. Okay. I guess we own that. That's a kill spell I can't play around. We're on the play, so we'll keep this. And... Freyalise or Llanowar. Can't Garenberg yet, so we'll do this. Garenberg now. Monarch can only help my cause. Freyalise. I can't afford it because I used up my mana first on the wrong thing. Shoot. This is a huge setback. And it's entirely self-inflicted. Bad turn ordering. It's my fault. Chaos Dragon. That sucks. Okay. Freyalise. My mana capacity is now 4, so Tivar Kell. Encourage him very strongly to pick a different target, basically. And untap this one so that the doubling theoretically has a chance to go off. And then do this to max out my board. Okay, he's still letting me keep Monarch status, which he will regret, because the doubling will go off on everything. Okay. Last turn to make good. What would make good? A giant hooded Hydra, perhaps? Undo that last one. Let's just go with the Biogenic Ooze. Gives me multiple creatures in play. And I can token all of them for massive growth. And I'm going to swing with these two. That's how I lose my Monarch status. Because I can't block. And I take a bunch of damage. Not quite lethal, but damn near. Everything has counters, so that's good. What needs counters the most now? Nothing really, just whatever. This is the turn. If we're high enough, we win. We're not high enough, we lose. Nothing here helps, so... Well, we got him pretty low, but he's already pointing coin flip on lethal to me. Let's not act like we've lost the game yet. This has trample, right? Which of these has trample? None of these has trample. This has trample, so we'll play a trampler. And we'll drop a hooded Hydra. No, we've got enough creatures on the board. Flying, flying, not flying, not flying. Is this reach? No, it's not. Very much a GG. Okay, we need to go back to the drawing board for this one because he is very much killing me. What would be a functional win deck against red? And how can I do it on a budget? Because my budget is low. Keeping my money out in the open with elves that can't reach is really just feeding into his win con. Now, we had intended to make a draw deck at some point anyway. I don't have strong enough mill cards to work. Okay, alternate plan. What about blocking the dragons? So we're going to go ahead and board in some things that gives me land. because land is guaranteed not to be killed off as easily. We'll keep this stuff. We'll add those. Cut this? Not necessarily. We were pretty close with Blightsteel Colossus, honestly. We just had a really, really bad opening turn. Board the Sentinel. I'm sorely tempted to just go exactly as is here. Again, because as much as I could redo it, I'm Lainkk the Elf, and I'd like to try to make an elf build work. And yeah, we lost once, but no, he's got the counter to everything in Big Elf. Yeah, but he's going to draw badly too at some point. Let's give it another shot. Come on. We've already lost all our money. This is a beautiful opening hand. Just absolutely perfect for me. Bait out a kill shot. He didn't use it. Yeah, we had another game that we were going to win, but he just happened to have the stone cold counter that, okay, if you draw that, what can I do? So, maybe feel less guilty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We dropped that next turn. We were in the money. So what is the play here? Beast Whisperer's Legolas. That puts me to 5. 2 chances at drawing a land. Failing which, I play Archdruid. That's probably okay. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, 1 chance burned. 1 more chance to draw land. To be on tempo. Hey, perfect. Drew out the kill shot on something I didn't need. 5. So now we'll play all my mana cards. Archdruid. Okay, we'll play 1 of my mana cards. Whoops. He literally blew a Planeswalker for 1 shot. We have enough mana to go off this turn. If only we had something to do with it, we'd be in great shape. Let's do this. You, then you, with the payment. And now, next turn, we just win the game with our giant board, unless he has a board clear right now. Well, he's going to get to kill 1 creature of his choice. Or he fails to exert the creature. Okay. We're now gaining 4 life per turn, with a 4/4 in play. And wouldn't you know it, we drew our block option. Which is a 5/6 blocker. We're gonna drop a Tivarkel into play. Take a look at the top of our deck. Which is very good for us. That's our win con next turn if we don't win this turn. Swing with everything we got. And that should do it. Go. Even if I take damage here, I'm at 37 life. Yeah, that's fine. Let's generate a boatload of mana. Untap. Another boat. Go. $129 life, buddy. Eat your heart out. So every creature is taking 2 damage, but he's very much dead. Okay, we win a round at last. He gets the first play, but I get a very decent opener. Even allowing for being killed, I have the Elven Bow, so we take it. Do we want a 3-drop on turn 1? No, we want to 1-drop the Atlanta War Elves. We'll do this. And now we want a 3-drop. To get a free land in play? Hell yeah. It's slightly better than the Atlanta War Elves since we don't have untapped tech. Cheap Dragons, that's a bad opener. For me, that he has. Nothing I can do about it. We can get T-Vark Hell in play, and if we had played Land of War Elves, that would be better. But we didn't, so let's not beat ourselves up. Let's do this. Make my monster grow. We want to have the spare mana when we play this, so let's do this. And then we'll just swing and hope he trades, but he didn't. Game over. GG. Same bullshit that happened last time. That's fine. I can't play around that. I just have to accept that that's a bullshit that Lathlis's presence allows him to do. Definitely turn 1 setting up for the Kyrian Ranger play. That's just so insane. But I can't deal with it, so I have to just work around it. Anything to make my creatures bigger is desirable here. Let's do this. Building that mana base. Tap for 1, drop the Kyrian Ranger. Tap for 1. Untap. Tap for 2 and 3. Drop the Beckoner. Now I have enough mana in theory to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish and get that in play next turn, which could potentially be very good for my game. Oh, he's damaging Cura? Oh, he's damaging everything. Oh, fuck. That's the game, isn't it? When the world ends, you just keep going. It's like his way of saying, I don't just have 1 kill spell, I have any number of kill spells I need to stall until you run out of plays. Although, to be fair, he's on 3 mana, so this is his weakest that he's been in a long time. And I just made it up to an astoundingly high mana base here. I'm gonna go all out here. I don't see any reason to do otherwise. He's already burned a kill spell. Priest or Circle. Priest is probably better. Oh, I'm gaining life now. Yeah, okay, good. And it's +1/+1 to everything, so he can't just exert for 1 to kill everything. So, is this already used? Yeah, okay. We'll play this, that's fine. And now we start swinging, baby. Hey, remember how you killed all my elves? Remember that? Well, eat it, boy. The thing about my elves that you need to understand is they have a nasty way of not staying dead. Draw a ton of cards and play a real Galadrim Brigade. Oh no, I'm drawing cards for all of these. I say that like it's a bad thing. Okay, my hand is going to have a lot of discards, but I think I just won my game because I'm at 126 life. GG. Lathlis, and that's after you killed me and made me doubt myself and made me go back to try to rebuild. Torbran, if a red source you control would deal damage to a permanent opponent controls, it deals that much damage +2. Well, that's sweet. Lathless herself. Whenever another non-token dragon you control enters, make a new dragon, and fire breathing for all. Wait, yeah, for all. That's awesome. 1085 with more lives and shards. GG. And then there was one. I'm gonna start the process of traveling to black in this video, and then that way we can jump into the Black Castle next. But wow, so we got a little lucky in that last round that Lathless didn't have a huge mana base, but it wasn't that lucky. When you consider that we got board wiped and specifically target killed, and they did get that huge kill spell down, so it's not like, oh, we just got lucky. And despite being board wiped, we were able to rebuild the board back. So yeah, this counter deck is not counter deck. This big elf deck does have enough synergies and packages that different starting hands help it play. Coupled with my cheaty faced automatic start the game with multiple, like 4 cards, 5 cards in play. Even if they're relatively low value, it adds up to high value. And they're not all low value. I mean, obviously this alone is worth quite a bit. I think we already have enough for a Mirkwood Channeler. Pretty sure. We'll claim Monarch status. I'm pretty sure I can hold it. Oh, I forgot to block. Whoops. That's fine. All this with 1 mana, by the way. Taunting Elf gets all the extra damage potential and forces them to block, and boom, death. Lesson number 1, rat. Do not mess with me, Lord of the Elves. If I was going to build a deck specifically to deal with Lathless, it would be something that didn't care too much about excessive damage numbers for burn, and therefore wasn't too creature dependent. While also being capable of dealing with fly creatures. Maybe a blue control bounce stasis style deck, something like that. So, that made it be like, okay, you put a dragon in place, but it's stunned and comes in tapped, and then Cyclonic Rift Boomerang everything. What was that octopus card I picked up? That octopus card might have been useful. Actually, while we're in black, where is the castle? And where's the town? Here's the town. There's the castle. So we're going to cross the town on the way to the castle. And we have 2,000 gold, so we'll buy the World Magic. Ordinarily, I'd be like, I don't need to spend the mana, but who cares? I'm rich. Oh no! Alright guys, because we got into this fight, I think I'm going to call it here. This will be my last fight, and then we'll have to continue the journey to black next time. But enjoy the fight. Keep. War Master or Llanowar? Llanowar for sure, bro. Now what? Now we go. Boom. Oh, War Master was correct, actually. Whoops. Not that it matters, this game's already freaking over. Bye-bye, Beholder. Oh, we got power word kill with a fancy alt art hollow. Yeah, I said I would stop and I didn't. I hate myself. Let's keep going. Would slivers be good against it? No way. Slivers would be terrible against the dragon deck. Just burn everything down to death. You kill a few critical slivers and the whole ball falls apart. You finally get a ball going and then you get AoE'd. Blue control, definitely the way to go. What is this? It looks unique. Outpost full of dross with some weird dross boss. Curiosity. Dross Grimnak. Forgot to attack. Death touch, toxic, sure. That's who I'm swinging with next turn, so. Perfect. Gave you a juicy enough target. Toxic, pay gain, that's fine. Who's swinging? You, I guess. You're the lowest on the totem pole. There it is. You guys want to know how to do toxic plays? I'll show you. This is how you do a toxic play. Also, you can go ahead and trade me this if you like. Oh, you have destroy spells? Oh, so painful, but watch this. I'm gonna strike with a 13. GG. Poisoned to death. I would really like to get a deck going whose whole thing is summon the high cost monster into my hand and put it into play for free with Elvish Piper. Drop Steel Claw, Blight Steel on turn 2 or something. Okay, we are gonna get into lots of fights. Should have just stuck with the fly ability. Watch how fast we're gonna get through this fight. We already have a pretty big boss going here. So I'll do this. And I'll cancel. GG. Oh, we missed the city way back there. We might have to loot back for it at some point, but right now, let's focus on the prize. Alright, thank you guys for watching the run on red, and I will see you guys next time.